everyone, and welcome to a new video. And today we're going to wrap up the end of the season, and we also are going to have the tidbit about what will happen for next season at the very end of the video. So to kind of start off with, we have a lot of games in the ending games of the Electricity League. We have against St. Pat's, big rivalry game, and we ended up scoring right away, so I was really ecstatic by that. Happy to score in a rivalry match like that in a derby. And then we get our salute, our literal salute. We end up flattening a St. Pat's athletic player just by poking the ball through his legs. He just gets stuck on it. And yeah, so a great start. So again, today we'll have the rest of the matches in the Electricity League. The last couple of matches, I kind of said I got rested because managers are different, but I think that would have happened in real life. As well as we'll have the rest of the Conference League matches too for this fall, and then we'll say kind of what ended up happening with that as well. As I say that, we get into the first one of our matches against Ghent, and so this is I think our first match against Ghent. We had a couple matches last episode, if I believe correctly. Sorry, it's been a while since I made the last one. Apologies for that too, but right now, since we got in a couple matches in the Conference League, I ended up getting blown by here in a beautiful cross. That's my fault, I didn't step out quick enough. But to be fair to me, it's very difficult in FIFA because, especially this year, you feel so floaty that if you go one way, then it basically is like those old cartoons with the guy trying to turn very quickly and moving at warp speed with his legs running in place. That's how it feels like. So it's bad. But then here, I don't know what happened between our center backs. The Sligo Rovers striker just goes straight through him, and easy. But then their center back goes straight through our forward, literally, and we get a PK right after that. So again, we're thinking we might tie it up. We already have a win and a loss in this episode. And all these episodes, these games for the end of the season, I want to do rapid fire because I'm really excited to get into the next season. And kind of talk about our story as well, and the plans for the videos. And then we get a PK here and missed. Really good save and good pick out by the Sligo Rovers keeper. Sorry, pronunciations aren't my strong suit. Sligo Rovers, and I'm going up 2-0 against us. And I get a shot. Hey, it's a good save by the keeper out of Sligo. But yeah. We end up losing 2-0 to Sligo Rovers, so we're not doing so hot in this episode specifically, but we're still far enough in the league. And this is against Bows, who are second in the league, so technically if we win this game, we should win the title. And we get a good chance here. Pass, pass, pass. So I get an assist. I get an assist off the pass of the pass to the shot type of thing. A good header here too to get us and set up a good chance, and goes off. But yeah, so we're gonna have just quick rapid fire highlights for the rest of the season, talking about those highlights, talking about how we did the season, and then I'm not going to show specifically what our assist and our goal record was for the season. I'm going to show that for next episode so we can see what our baseline was for our first season in the Electricity League and compare it to where we'll be if we are moving on for the next season. But I'll kind of spoil, we are going to move on to the next season. I personally have enjoyed my time with Shamrock Rovers, but because of how the league's set up, it's like you play each team about 3 times a year, so it gets kind of old after a while. It's hard to find more excitement when you're playing the same team 3 times a year and you're dominating them most of the time. So we will be moving on, and we're just gonna see out the rest of the season, our times in the green hoops, and we'll see how it goes. So we get all the big games today. We get St. Pat's, we get Bows, and we get Dundalk, who haven't been that huge in recent years, but ends up being a 0-0 draw. A big game, but not really worth much in the end. And we weren't worth that much in that game either. So we've had a good rating, bad rating, rating, and rating again. So okay, and then we do have our second game against Ghent here. and it's away from home, so a good European night away, and not good to start off with for us specifically. We get scored on, and then here. So my idea was I was gonna step in. I thought I got the ball here. I didn't, and they end up getting past, and our entire line just steps up, trying to play an offside trap there, which I think is just stupid, and they make it 2-0, and that ends up being the final score. We end up losing 2-0 against Ghent. So we lost, I believe, earlier we lost 2-0 at home and then 2-0 away. So as you can see by these, we ended up losing 4-0, sorry. Forgot the 2 goals. They somehow scored 2 more goals in like 2 minutes left in the game. Horrid. And then these last games, we had basically won the title. And we had actually won the title the last game against Bose, or the tie against Dundalk. So I was just simming the games because I felt like I would have been rested. And we end up still playing these games even though we simulated. So we still get appearances, but we don't play in them. And then you can see them all excited because, again, we won the title. So that's that. And then we have a game against Finn Harps, tied 2-0. And you can just see how dead I am. I wish there was a way where I could just... Because in real life, you would not have a player that's at half stamina be playing in any matches. I wouldn't if I'm a manager for a manager career mode. I would not be having a player, no matter how good he is. He could be a 99 overall. He's not going to be playing at half stamina in starting the match. But then we have a peculiar match. We get called up, and we actually get our first start, or one of our... I don't remember if last episode we got a start. But we get one of our first starts for the United States against China. So not a big opponent, but should be a good game for us. And a decent highlight, we have this. And then we have the Argentina game next. But I believe we end up simulating that one because they were going to start me at half stamina. And again, I think a real life manager would never do that. And I want to make it realistic as well as me not getting tired of matches. Because if you're dead tired going into a match like that, it's not fun at all. You can't do anything, you can't run, you just have to sit back and defend the entire match. But yeah, and apologies, for some reason the China highlights for this game against the United States were kind of bad. And it didn't matter anyways. We ended up tying 0-0 against China, which for our first start is not the best, but it's not bad. And as you can see, they started us against Argentina, but we were at half stamina, so I just simulated through it, and we ended up losing, 3-1 to Argentina, which is not a good result. But Argentina's a good team, and I believe they still have Messi in their starting lineup, so it is what it is. And then we end up playing against Djurgården. So I butcher that name every time. And we ended up tying that game 0-0, so I don't remember. These matches are going really fast, so I apologize if I keep messing it up. I'm just really excited to get into the next season, and I was starting to get bored at the end of the season. So I simulated and went through all the matches, and we ended up tying Molde FK 0-0, and we don't make it through Europe. So kind of expected. Shamrock Rovers, a team that are highs, as you can see the league title there for their Chelsea League. At least we won one title this season. Their highs of barely losing to AC Milan a couple years ago to not even getting out of the Conference League group. It's a growing process for the team, but it will be a transitional year next year because we will be leaving. I'll say that now. We will be leaving, and after all these go through, we will be having where we'll be going. So as you can see, what I mean by transitional year is that our goalkeeper, Manis, who's been in goal for as long as I've seen Shamrock Rovers for the last for 3 or 4 years, of me like vaguely keeping in touch with the team, overseas. Manis has been the top goalkeeper for them, but he was not the top player for us this season. We actually earned Player of the Season honors for the team, and for the league. We were considered, I think, the Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. At least we made the team of the tournament for the Electricity League, which is really good for our first season. And it's something. And as you can see, I won the Shamrock Star Award. Just impeccable and brilliant. And if that was me in real life, I wouldn't believe it, considering where I am right now, to get to that point and actually be playing professional league football and have be the star of a team that wins the league. That would be amazing to me. Um, and so what happened in game was that yeah, we didn't end up winning player of the tournament. It's good, good, brilliant. I don't think I've never won an award like that or been on a season tournament for that. Um, so that's brilliant to see, especially at outside back winning that award. Just crazy. But in regards to where we end up getting transferred to, we so what the problem was, no one was coming in with offers with us unless we sent a transfer request. So we technically did send in a transfer request, even though realistically, I'm gonna say that we had people coming in for us. Especially if you have an outstanding season like that in the league, you would have offers coming in, especially at our skill level. We're 75 overall at the moment, going on 76, I think soon. So brilliant all around player. Excuse me again. Apologies. And then we have our transfer offers. So you're gonna see it in 3, 2, 1. Now we sent our transfer request in, and the transfer offer we get is for Hannover 96. Hannover 96, which are in Bundesliga 2, which is a brilliant ground because a lot of Americans go to Bundesliga, and in real life that's the offer I would have taken. I would have waited to see what my options were, and we had some offers to some clubs in Turkey, but I strongly would prefer Germany in real life, so I'm glad that we got this. And of course, I'm going to say on our way out of Shamrock, we thank the fans and the team and everything, and we'll never forget where we came from with Shamrock because they were the first team to give us a chance and opportunity to play. And we will be coming here starting at a left back position, but I will look to see where the team needs more depth. If so, I'll create another archetype because I have thought about playing CDM because someone did offer that in the comment section. So I may look at that too. Besides that, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time, and we'll get started at Hannover 96 and see how we can do. So really, that's kind of the gist. Big change, big new start, and what we have to offer. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.